Okay, everybody, so today we are going to tackle the A-Level 2024 Paper 2 questions. So let's start off with question 1. We have a group 2 kind of question regarding thermal decomposition. Okay, so they say table 1.1 shows the decomposition temperature between two metal carbonates. So we're dealing with the thermal decomposition of metal carbonates. Okay, metal carbonates. Okay, part 1 says write an equation for the thermal decomposition of strontium carbonate. So this is a fairly simple question to do with group 2 thermal decomposition. Okay, so basically just write down the strontium carbonate solid, okay, decompose to strontium oxide solid plus CO2 gas. Okay, so that's it, 1 mark just for A part 1. Okay, part 2, they want you to explain why the decomposition temperature of calcium carbonate is lower than that of strontium carbonate. So we are essentially comparing between the two cation, why the decomposition is lower. So the concept here is you have to realize that what actually affects decomposition temperature. Okay, so the carbonate itself, right, is you have a group 2, 2 plus charge and cation, and then you have the anion. Okay, so the 2 minus for the carbonate. Okay, so basically how this affects is if you're thinking about the influence of the cation on the anion, okay, you need to think about the charge density. So because calcium, right, calcium itself, the ionic radius is going to be smaller. Okay, ionic radius is smaller than strontium cation. Okay, so but the charge is both 2 plus, right? That's why the charge density of calcium is going to be higher. All right, so it will be more polarizing. Okay, so charge density calcium 2 plus is going to be higher than strontium 2 plus. Okay, so this means that calcium 2 plus is more polarizing. When you have calcium 2 plus, the cation more polarizing, right? It will distort this anion electron cloud more. Okay, the carbonate, okay, electron cloud. Okay, so this means that the CO bond will be weakened. CO bond weakened to a larger extent. Okay, larger extent. Okay, so this just means that you will have a less thermally stable electron cloud. Okay, less thermally stable anion. Okay, this will mean that it's easier to decompose. Okay, easier to decompose. All right, so that is it for part A, question 1, part A. Please let me know if you have understood this part.